Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your angel message reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. So whenever the cards stick to my fingers, or they just turn over and show themselves, that's where Spirit wants us to stop. So we have the Sun and we have the Chariot. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. There's happiness, joy, prosperity, success as we're moving forward, as we're connecting with what we love, as we're seeing ourselves, really taking the reins of situations during this time. So there's an assertiveness to us, Aquarius, that is really quite beautiful and that we're really taking a hold of here. So let's look at the energy that we need to be mindful of, the warning from our angels and our spirit guides. Here we have the Chariot as well. So this is, of course, Cancer energy, right? But this is also somebody else taking the reins of our emotions. It's almost like they're hijacking our life ourselves. Their emotions are more important than ours. Their drama, their trauma is more important than what we're going through or than something more that we're focusing on. This is a person who is just, I want to say drama queen, but that kind of puts light to what this person is. They're just so intense and so overwhelming. We have to be mindful because they really will take hold of everything and it will just be all about them. Our chakra message is truth. This is the throat chakra. Now, truth is an interesting thing, right? So here, when we're embracing our throat chakra, it's saying, speak the truth. Now, whether people agree with our truth or whether they don't agree with our truth, whether they see things the same way or not, there is this level here of, I know this person is honest. Like, I know this person lives in a certain code of their integrity or what they want for themselves. And so here, it's just kind of stating that forward to be able to pave that path, to be able to move us to the place that we really want to be. And living in such a way where it's like, okay, people may not agree with us and, that's purely their choice, but there is something to be respected. And that's going to be very powerful. Now, let's go deeper into the tarot. Ooh, goodness. Okay. So we have the Two of Swords, Justice, which is Libra energy, the Knight of Swords, air sign energy, which is, of course, us, Aries, not Aries, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Of course, we're Aquarius. And then we have the King of Wands. Can you see that? Okay. Do you hope so? All right. So there is such a sense here of as we're embracing our happiness and as we're taking, kind of like the bull by the horns, we're taking the reins of our chariot, of the way that we want to move forward. We always thought there were two paths. And there's a sense here of somebody not seeing the bigger picture. I'm just really focusing right now. What's really popping out is the blindfold around the eyes. It's like the person isn't seeing. It's always one way or the other, one way or the other. Those are the two roads we've always walked. This person is very against innovation, is very against a new way of seeing things, or, new inspiration, new ideas. So just be very mindful that we will be coming up against that challenge. And why it is a challenge for us is because we have this creative energy that's moving us forward. There's almost a sense of, once I decided, that's what's going to happen, period, end of discussion. This is where I need to be for me, and this is how the door needs to open up, charging forward in intensity and understanding a determination to what we want, to where we're headed, and what is important to us. The King of Swords, the Knight of Swords here is very much this sense of, this is where I need to be. And we're going to feel ourselves being like warriors during this time. It's kind of like, wow, we can even feel like we're having to fight a little bit more because, again, there's somebody who's trying just to sideswipe us and not using any facts, not using any logic. It's just all going to be like emotional vomit on us. And I know that sounds really gross. And that's why we're moving forward here. It's like once we make a decision during this time, Aquarius, it's like, that's it. That's where I'm going. That's where I want to be. Now, we have to be mindful of justice here because this can be twisted, right? Everybody's idea of justice or everybody's idea of what is just in a moment is different. And so here we're cutting through a lot of doubts and fears and negativities, and we're really starting to see, where do I want to be? What's appropriate for me? But we also have to understand that during this time, there can be like, kind of like this sit down meeting, like you hold the talking stick, then you hold the talking stick type of thing. And that's really going to bother us because there is this sense of, I'm telling you as it is. I'm speaking very plainly. What can't you see? What can't you understand? And how can I can't make this any clearer for you. So I don't know if this is at work. I don't know if this is at home, but this is a sense of, okay, maybe we have to just agree to disagree at this time and really kind of leave it at that because we're seeing doors open to us. We're seeing a new world coming forward for us. And it's like, okay, I can't stay stuck anymore. I can't stay held back here anymore. And as we're looking forward, we're also embracing this creative energy, this insight, this idea, this passion, this understanding. It leads us to the King of Wands. It leads us to fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It leads us to a place of transformation, to a place of insights, to a place of a greater understanding. And I don't know why I feel almost like out of breath here with this. It's kind of like we want to go so fast. So just be mindful of this. There could be something where like we're walking down a hallway or something and we're getting ourselves so worked up. Oh, that's it. We're getting ourselves so worked up over what's happening that it's like, okay, I need to calm myself down. I need to breathe because we can feel it. We'll feel it in our breath first. We'll feel short breath. And then once we address it, once we say, okay, I need to take those deep breaths in. I need to center myself. Even just a second of grounding is going to do us so much good here. There is somebody who comes in during this time. This is a very passionate person, so they might, raise their voices, while they're talking. They're not necessarily yelling. This is a person who is very passionate. It could be cultural. It could be just who that person is. There is something here about them that even though they're helping the situation, they can escalate things, especially, again, I keep on, Spirit keeps on pointing out this person who's just emotionally, I don't want to say unstable, but like you don't know where this person is coming from. And again, their emotions are so all over the place that it really is intense. So this person can make them feel more anxious, but that's kind of going to be okay because answers need to come and the idea of moving forward, the passion, the creativity, the insight, that needs to be here at this time. And there's a sense of things being put back in alignment, things being put back into focus. It moves us to go even deeper. Okay. So then we have the Messenger of Air. Again, that's the reiteration of the Knight of Swords coming through in the Good Tarot. It's the messengers or the knights. And then we have the Call, which is judgment coming forward. It is a sense of, as I'm moving forward in my knowledge, in my understanding, my angels are calling me to so much more. So this is when our angels are really telling us, I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. Listen, we're going to be getting ideas coming our way, insights coming our way, things that we know that we're not sure why we know it, or certain things that are pulling us back to the past, pulling us back to situations where we felt safe or secure, or where we felt like, okay, this is home, like this is right for me. And our angels are going to be giving us those clues of that grounding, of that sense of, this is where I need to be. Okay, so just be very aware of that as we're moving forward, as we're going after what we want, as we're looking at things. This is a time for action. This is a time, really, again, we're taking those reins and we're really looking at our happiness, what's appropriate for us, where we want to be, what is it that defines us, what is it that we need. It moves us then to go even deeper. And here we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Four of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles is working together. We do have to work as a team. Now, this is definitely not saying that we're not team players. We definitely are. But I do feel like here, what Spirit is saying, what our angels are showing us, is that the team isn't working together. The team isn't working together. And again, it's something emotional that's coming up that's just pulling everybody off track. So just be mindful. And again, this could be at home, this could be at work. It's like it's not cohesive. Now, if this is a child who is acting up, having these really big emotions, we do need to sit down and kind of figure out why. We need to have conversations with them and really talk it out. If this is an adult, especially somebody who we're not related to or who we don't have that connection with, it's going to be harder to get that information. Spirit is showing that they're going to say a lot of words, but they're not going to communicate. They're going to fill up, like they're going to say everything that they think is right, and yet they're never going to get to the heart of the issue. So there's going to be some sort of difficulty here. And it can be better at this time to say, okay, you know what? I need to walk away from this. I cannot keep on trying to fix what you yourself are not willing to fix. Now, this could be a relationship. This could be at work. This is something here. If this is with, somebody who isn't a child, because if this is with a child, you can sit down and you can have more, of a logical conversation with them, which sounds funny to say. But what Spirit is saying here is that when this is with somebody that we don't have that connection to, this is going to be a lot harder. So just being aware of it, because it's almost like they're talking, but they have their hand over their mouth and you can't really hear them. You can't really understand them. And that's going to be what working this situation is going to be like. It's going to be much more frustrating than we want it to be. We then have a gift coming in that's taking us in a completely different direction. It's like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of this. I never even thought of opening up this door. I never even thought this could be my way forward. We're also going to be so focused on the task at hand, on where we thought we were supposed to be, or how we thought things were supposed to move forward, that it's going to be harder for us to see this gift. But it is going to be a gift that takes us by surprise. So being aware of that is going to be very powerful for us during this time. It can feel like this is a mess. We can really get so frustrated that it's like, I don't know how this got so off track. Stay true. Stay true to what you are saying. Keep on speaking that truth, because people are going to see you're not veering. Veering from what you were saying. There's not discrepancies. There's no discrepancies in what you're saying and in what you're doing. There are discrepancies in the other person. So this can make things more challenging, but what it is going to do also is it's going to start opening up a door for us that if everything was going really smoothly, we wouldn't even need to see it. And that's really where the Four of Cups is coming in, where like this gift is coming from, someplace that we just hadn't expected. And that's going to be very powerful for us. It moves us here to the energy we need to be mindful of subconsciously. And this is the Death card, Scorpio energy, but these are lies and secrets. And that's what's going on. There are a lot of lies. There are a lot of secrets. There are a lot of people withholding information. And that's why Spirit keeps on showing, like, if it's a little kid, that kid will tell you much more openly. If you sit down, you talk to them, and you're being open and honest, they will tell you. But if it is somebody who, again, you don't have that connection with, it's going to be a lot harder to get out the information. So just being aware of that is going to be so important. It moves us then to the chakra energy, which is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is wisdom that guides us. There's a sense of just a knowing during this time. And as we're embracing this knowing, as we're embracing, what we want and who we are, and this knowledge is leading us, we're being empowered. We're being emboldened. We're seeing ourselves take these steps forward. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Empress. The Empress is, we're pregnant with possibilities. We're really forming a new foundation, a new beauty, a new sense of what we want. And that's going to be very important for us during this time. It leads us then to the Four of Wands, celebration, success, prosperity, abundance, a sense of This is where I need to be. This is what's important to me. This is what I want within my life. A real sense of connecting with joy. It brings us then to the Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles. There's a wish coming forward that is being granted. Now, because everything is so kind of mucked up right now, we might not be able to see that wish, or we might be so stressed out that the wish seems further away. What we have to do is, again, we have to center ourselves, calm ourselves, really work with meditation, or with, just breathing through our nose, centering ourselves, grounding ourselves. That is going to be very important for us. It leads us then to the Knight of Wands. It leads us to being able to move forward in passion and creativity. It also has somebody coming in. Now, this person isn't always the most reliable person, so just be aware of that. But this person comes in and is like, no, I'm sorry, this isn't how it's done. And they really do shape things up. And then they go on to the next thing, because that's how fire energy likes to do. It likes to solve the problems and then move forward from there. So that's going to be very powerful right here. Subconsciously, there's this sense of coming in, clearing house, or getting things in order, and then moving on. And that's going to be very, very powerful for us. Now, it's either, it can be somebody from our past coming in, and it's like, wow, I haven't spoken to you in such a long time, and yet they make things so much clearer. And it can also be somebody like at work, where this person just comes in and it's like, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. And all of a sudden they're in there for like 1 day, 2 days, or, just a few hours. They get everything all settled up, and then they move on. And it's going to be unexpected. It's going to be very much of a surprise, but it's going to be somebody who makes things straight, like kind of clears out all the nonsense. And that's going to be very, very good for us. All right, Aquarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of ourselves, of this time, and of the way that we're moving forward, and how nobody is knocking us off our path. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius.